Sir Ben, hi there. What can you tell us about the latest strikes in Beirut?
Well, very big strikes, Ros. I checked in with the team in Beirut in the early hours of this morning, and the report back then was, well, so far it's been pretty quiet after what the previous night had been an incredibly heavy night of bombardment. And then that image that you're seeing on your screen filled ours as well. That is a huge explosion. I'm not an expert, but I have seen a weapons dump explode before after an airstrike, and it looks pretty much like that. So Israel is claiming, and it certainly appears that that's a targeted strike on an ammunitions dump in South Beirut. If it's not, then there's something else going on. But what that indicates is that, first of all, Israel is not letting up in its bombardment of Hezbollah, its strongholds and its facilities, or what it says are its facilities, particularly in South Lebanon, but also in the south of Beirut. It's interesting that this happened the night before the day of October 7, of course, that hugely significant anniversary, as it is for communities around the world, but of course, particularly in Israel. There will be commemorations and ceremonies going on there. But as you can see, there's absolutely no let up. Israel appears to be committed to pushing the advantage that it's created for itself against Hezbollah, which began just a matter of weeks ago with those walkie-talkie explosions, the pager devices, the assassination of Hezbollah leaders, and then, of course, the beginning of that ground invasion of South Lebanon, and it's continuing to hit hard.
And Hezbollah rockets, Ben, have hit Israel's third largest city, Haifa.
Yeah, and that's significant as well. Hezbollah is obviously continuing its fight back. Hezbollah has been hitting Israel with these rockets for the past year, essentially. As soon as Israel began its operation in the Gaza Strip after October 7, Hezbollah in the north in Lebanon essentially opened up another front and said it would continue to do so until Israel's operation in Gaza ended. Well, clearly Israel's operation in Gaza has not ended, and so those rockets have been coming in continually. And of course, that is the reason why Israel says it has launched this operation against Hezbollah. It had to remove tens of thousands of its citizens from the north because of these rockets coming in. It says it wants to create a space where those Israelis can move back. And so here we have this Lebanon operation going on. But what you saw there, and you saw that black and white image earlier in this bulletin, was a rocket striking Haifa. Now, Israel has been very, very well protected from rockets from Gaza and also from Hezbollah in Lebanon by its Iron Dome system. But what this has also shown is that the Iron Dome system is not perfect. It can catch a lot of those rockets, but it can't catch all of them. And in fact, it looks like these rockets that headed towards Haifa, which is very high in the north of Israel, but it looks like these rockets in Haifa may have landed because there was some kind of malfunction or something went wrong with that Iron Dome system. Now, it's a system. Things can go wrong. It's a system. It can be overwhelmed. But this is, I guess, an example of what happens when one gets through.
And Ben, there are continuing strikes in Gaza.
Exactly. So here we are again, a year on from October 7. Essentially, the Israeli retaliation, the Israeli military response began the night of October 7 local time, and a year later, it's still going on. And it's really no let up. What you're seeing there are images of an airstrike on a mosque and on a school. I think 26 people were killed, more than 93 wounded. And as always, Israel says that this was a strike targeting Hamas facilities, and that it's Hamas that is hiding its fighters and hiding its weapons in civilian spaces, such as a mosque, such as a school. This appears to be another one of those operations, but it's exactly the kind of operation that has led to such a response in the international community about how Israel is conducting this operation. So here, on the eve of the October 7 anniversary and commemorations in Israel, absolutely no let up in its operation in Gaza.